You've texted Earl, who's hot-footing it from Fandolin. You got to see the witch woman who lives at the windmill, and she's going to make you some potions of frost resistance. 3 people, Don John, Shash, and Sengo have been bitten by were-rats, and the bites have become inflamed.
You really fancy cheese at the minute.
That cheese and blood.
Yeah, we ought to see someone about that.
There's an easy way and a hard way. The easy way is to have a 6th level cleric. Unfortunately, nobody's playing a cleric. The other way is to go and see the witch woman and see what she can do.
I think that's probably the safest bet.
Oh. Yeah, go and have a word with the crone.
How much trouble are we in with this? We need a cure, don't we?
Have you seen American Werewolf in London?
Yeah, whoever this is, I don't find the slightest bit amusing.
You're kind of in trouble, yeah.
Yeah, we need to sort of like...
I should know when the next full moon is, shouldn't I?
You should. 17 days you've got. Don John's scratching at the bite wound on his shoulder, and he's like, well, mates, whatever you're in, it looks like I'm going to need myself a bit of the old cure myself. You have a search around the main chamber. In amongst the detritus lying about, you find 2 sacks. The first one jingles and contains money. The second one contains what appears to be some kind of weird steampunk goggles.
Are they like sunglasses?
They're kind of like sunglasses.
So can I have them then? Because my abilities, they'll help my ability. Like, they'll take off the disadvantage for fighting in the daytime, won't they?
It does actually say dark lenses on them.
Have they got arms on them, or are they like Morpheus
They've
style?
got arms on, and they've got the side panels as well. So that's what you find.
Kalash will have getting here by now, won't he?
If you texted him back at the shrine...
Oh, I did, didn't I? I asked him to bring some cheese.
Yeah. You find Gorgonzola.
Gorgonzola is the best. Hey, do you know what cheese you use to hide a horse? Mascarpone.
Oh, that is very good.
This is very funny.
Shall we just go and see the woman?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, you search the place, you take whatever gold you can find, and head back off to town. It is a tidy step. Right, so you fast hike all the way to the windmill, and you make it before dusk. The crone waves out the window and greets you. She's got the kitten with her, which has still got the cone on, and it's got some bandages on it. All right, my lovelies.
Hello there, crone.
It's not been so long since I've seen you.
Yeah, well, we've got a bit of a problem, you see. I don't know how to describe it, you see. You got any cheese?
What? Why is he talking like that?
We have been bitten by mice.
You've been bitten by mice? Oh, God. Come here. Let me have a look. She takes you inside, makes you some tea, and then she examines the bite wounds. She says, now that looks nasty, that does. Right, she says, luckily for you, there's 2 ways to cure lycanthropy. There's the easy way and there's the hard way. Now, the easy way is you get yourself a cleric to cast Remove Curse on you. Unfortunately, we ain't got no clerics in Fandolin at the minute. So I guess we're going to have to do it the hard way. I've consulted my herb books, and apparently what you need is a strong potion of belladonna, which has got 2 slight problems. One, you're going to need about 10 berries for each person that's infected, which is quite a lot. And it's 10 to 20 berries is enough to kill a man. The other problem is, and I looked in my herb book, and I've looked this up online on Dougal. It's Dungeons and Dragons Google. She says, Dougal, belladonna, it grows next to old ruins. Now, I know where you'll be able to get berries in Neverwinter Wood. And you need to pick up enough belladonna berries so that I can brew a potion. It will be highly poisonous, and it might knock you off your feet for a bit. But what you got to do is you've got to kill the beast before it forms. No rush. You've got like 16 days before the full moon, so...
This will be easy.
I don't know, like one...
Yeah, I think we should do it. Yeah, get it out of the way now,
It's going to take like 2 or 3 days travel, that.
Yeah, yep, it is, and then 2 or 3 back.
Yeah, this is good.
Right, she says it is up here. I'm just checking. She says she holds two maps together, pokes a pin down one. I'm just checking I'm putting this X in the right place. It goes about there, right? So the little pointy bit, that is where there's an old circle of stones in Neverwinter Wood. That's the best I can do, she says.
I think we should take it easy because they might die. That is a thing I've heard.
Once you have passed the first full moon and you've been there in the other transformation, only the gods can help you then.
We will be squeaking at the moon.
Yeah. Like Ozzy Osbourne, squeak
Right.
at the moon.
Do we need to go to Fandlin for anything, party?
Nah, I'm fine. I was just thinking you say that we could have snuck in the mine with a load of scrolls of remove curse and sorted the buggers out.
That seems to be a very expensive option.
Don John will personally, if you can get a cure for him, will personally pay you 100 gold pieces. Right, gentlemen, so you head back to Fandlin. It's dark. Most places are shut up at this time, but the inn, as always, is forever open. You make your way into the inn. Unless you want to do anything, you basically have something to eat. You spend the night there. Is that correct? Is there anything else you want to do while you're there?
We should find some provisions, some aid gators.
Okay.
I'll order some cheese on toast. Yeah.
The lycanthropy seems to be overtaking some people quicker than others. Right, so everybody ends up ordering cheese on toast because everybody knows how good cheese on toast is. So you tend to find that once one person does it, everybody goes, "Oh yeah, that's a good idea." So 20 minutes later, everybody's ordered cheese on toast and ale or whatever.
We're all going to be so constipated.
What?
Cheese.
Just cheese on toast constipate you.
Oh, it binds me up something terrible. I literally need dynamite to move my bowel. There's a horrible.
Did you get your weapon silvered? I
did, yes.
Right. Let's head on out. Let's roll out. Oh, can I ask one last question? Has Bracey still got his little hound?
Oh, yeah.
Nice one. Because we used a potion. We cast spells on it, didn't it? Nearly died last time.
Aye, you don't hit a man's dog. Oh, no.
He cast a cure light wounds and it put it back to full health. So, are you going straight along the trail or are you going straight across through the wood?
Well, I think it makes sense to go to Coneyberry and then camp out at Coneyberry and then do a final day to the shrine.
You camp on the trail. The night passes without incident and you push on towards Coneyberry the next day, camping there overnight. The third day, you, Sengo and Shash, you start to feel itchy all over. It's an awful feeling, but it hasn't done anything else yet. And then day 3, you push off into the forests, one presumes. Taking any precautions?
Yes, that is correct.
Is there anything I should need to know, or are you okay?
We'll try and stealth, just in case we run into any.
Okay, you push off through the forest, trying to be sneaky and careful as best you can. As you get halfway to where the crone has indicated on your crude map that you have rolled up and carried with you, halfway to the circle of stones, you come upon a 60-foot wide forest clearing, in the middle of which is a black needle-like spire, a 40-foot tall pine tree ravaged by fire long ago. Its limbs burned off. Tied to the dead tree near the base are several ghastly dolls made of twigs and bound with black hair.
Can we make some sort of lore or nature roll? See if we know what it is.
Sengo and Shashelian, they do seem similar in construction to the doll you found in the chimney at the logging camp.
Can I use investigation? Because apparently it lets me look around for clues.
Right. Earl, can you roll me an investigation check, please, my Russian friend?
15.
I'll check for tracks.
Okay, go on. Roll your nature type thing.
I thought tracks was survival.
Survival, whatever. I'm sorry, you seem to have confused me with the DM. Actually knows what the fucking rules are. The ground is too torn up to find any specific tracks. Sengo, your nature, the doll is a lot of twigs wrapped together and twisted together without string or any other form of binding. It just seems to be collage. You can see it looks like there's something moving inside each of the dolls.
Not good.
Definitely not good. Right, so I'm approaching Shashelian quietly because no one else was there when me and Shash did this, and I'm going to say, like, do you recognise this? Like, do you think it's the same thing?
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah.
I explained to the rest of the party that me and Shashelians came across these before, and we both agree that they're the same thing, and we tell them what we did last time, and that we think last time it got rid of the tremors. We should start a fire right now and get rid of these things now, because only one brought out loads of tremors, didn't they?
Yeah. What we want to do is sneak up, pour some oil on them, one of you start a fire, and we'll set the whole fuckers alight.
I don't want to go anywhere near that.
Chris,
You've got a bow, but he just set fire to Yara and set fire to the tree.
Yes.
the tree's already been
agree.
burned. So it's like long dead and long burnt out. It's a weird...
All right.
It's a weird, creepy, horror movie-esque type thing, just standing there, partly cloaked in shadow. I do love the commitment that this party has to crappy accents. I mean, the DM does it, the players do it.
My accent is not crappy. My accent is in Russia. The accent comes for you.
I'll stealthily approach and pour some oil around.
Okay.
I like
Should I do a stealth? Should I do a stealth roll?
Yeah, of course you do a stealth roll. Okay, you sneak over, you think you are quite stealthy, and you pour oil onto these dollies. As you get really close to them, you can see that on each one it looks like there's dark stains speckled on them. Maybe dried blood, maybe oil, you're not sure.
Right.
So you pour oil
Let's just
all
burn
around
them.
them, and you step back.
I shall aim carefully a fire or arrow at the...
Just before he fires, I step away from Sash.
Roll with advantage to hit. You shoot the arrow, it flies through, even though making fire arrows is a kind of a dodgy science. It works enough that you manage to ignite the oil. The dolls crisp and burst into flame. As they do, there's a horrific screaming noise that sounds like tortured wood, and roots burst into the clearing from the ground and start thrashing about. But because there's nobody close enough, they don't hit anybody. Eventually the twig dolls burn enough and there's something falls out of each one. It's about the size of a fist and it makes a wet plopping noise as it hits the ground.
It's a heart. I'll bet you.
Oh, well, we'll just fuck off. We sort of like high five as we walk away, like, we.
So you get almost to what appears to be the shrine, and Earl, your spidey senses begin to tingle.
We should be very careful.
Deep within the forest, you realise that there's a bunch of beasties there. You notice that there are several hulking orcs, which unleash terrible battle cries as they are joined by a humanoid with elongated claws. They're charged to attack. You're walking up north. This is what Earl says and shouts an alarm. Alarum! Alarum! There are orcs are coming. There's a whole bunch of orcs and a weird half-orc with claws for hands.
Right, should we fan out slightly in a line, like a battle line, like a shield wall style, and get ready for some projectile action?
Seen us, yes.
They've seen you and they're coming towards you. The weird figure at the back chants something and the three orcs in front of her glow briefly. First up is Kalash.
I will turn to the right behind that tree. Yeah, I'm basically heading over there to get into a flank so I can get some bonus.
Basically, the Mastiff is up next. What do you command the Mastiff to do?
Just to hold at the minute, because I'm sitting on him.
Etigal, you're up next.
I'm hopefully hiding in under that tree.
Yeah, make a stealth roll. Orc 1. He screams, comes charging towards you. Are you in javelin range, anybody? Sengo might be, actually. Right, a javelin sticks in you, doing a minor hit. Next up is Orc 2. Runs towards you. Javelins. It sticks in the Mastiff. The Mastiff collapses underneath you, Bracy.
Whoa, that's it.
He's going to have to get that dog some arm.
Can you make me a acrobatics roll? Because as the dog collapses underneath you,
Natural 20.
right, you spring nimbly off the back of your dog. So you'll have to bear with us because there's quite a lot of flicking orcs. And they all go first. Wee Rab McTavish.
Cast Cure Wounds.
Cast it on that poor doggy. Mastiff springs back to its feet.
I'll move to the right a bit and I'll tell dog to back off.
Chashelian, you're up.
I'll attack. I'll use my marksman aimed shot on the half-orc.
That's quite a distance, and at the moment she's got partial cover.
I've got sharpshooter.
That's true. You miss.
And I need some better D20s.
You certainly do. Don't you mean, yeah, I need some better D20s. You hit the half-orc. Oof. 14 damage off an arrow. Nasty.
I'll move.
She moves to there. You're only 75 foot away. She runs up. She stops. Lightning crackles down her arms. And she shoots a lightning bolt at you.
I shall attempt to dodge if I can.
You get a dex saving throw. The lightning flashes across. 26 damage. Roll your dex saving throw.
Ouch.
No, you take full damage. So that's what you get for shooting her. Zap. That is the end of her turn. After getting a revenge on Chashelian. Dave, don't bring a bow to a lightning bolt fight. That's all I'm saying. Sengo, finally, you're up.
I'm raging.
And then you crossbow.
So I'm going to target this woman, and I'm going to crossbow her. That's a hit. 10 damage.
Nice.
Ouch.
And you still got your movement.
Yeah, I'm going to move back down towards the part.
Mastiff runs away. End of round. Kalash, you're first.
I am going to sneak forward and try to get up to here without being noticed.
Yeah, roll your stealth. Like a whisper, you creep forward into the trees and bushes ahead of you. Right, is that your turn finished, Kalash?
Yes.
Etergal,
Let's have a look, see.
if you're shooting at her, you're at disadvantage.
Yeah, I'll give it a whirl.
Oh, that's still a hit.
The man's on fire. Roll them damages, and it's a max hit. Oh, she's arrow sinks deep into her. She's badly wounded. Nice.
Right, and now can I do that sneaking bit?
And then you can hide as a bonus action.
Right, and that's a rolling stealth thing again, isn't it?
It is, yes. He disappears into the bushes. Right, we have a bunch of orcs. Right. Okay. He uses his orcish ability of charge. Wee-Rab, he charges you, Wee-Rab. As he swings his big axe, he hits and does a massive 4 points of damage. Unfortunately, he doesn't have enough movement left to charge, so he will throw a javelin at Sengo. The javelin streaks through the air, missing. I'm just going to move all of these because they're out of range now to attack, so they will just charge down. The orcs charge at you, and then it's Wee-Rab McTavish.
I have to do better than that, boyo. Right, I'd say the biggest threat is still that half-orc at the minute, isn't it?
Apparently, it's just lightning bolt at Davy and almost down him in one shot, so that seems pretty dangerous.
Right, I'll call lightning.
Oh, that doesn't sound good.
He's brought lightning to a lightning fight, actually.
He has, yeah.
That is not
No.
how you do lightning. This is how you do light.
She rolls a 1. Okay, roll that damage. Do 3d10 lightning damage to her. Boom! Lightning rains down from the heavens, and how does she die? Down upon her?
Kentucky Fried Resting Bitch Face.
Right, so she does the old, she falls to her knees and like her hands turn to claws and like smoke pours out of her ears and out of her nose kind of thing. Strike after strike of lightning comes from the heavens and just barbecues her like a bad chicken wing. She dies horribly, right? Grab a attack
Kentucky Fried Resting
or a
Bitch
bonus
Face.
action.
That's fucking beautiful, lad. I'm making a meme for that, Bracy.
No, I'm hoping Sengo's going to get this guy off us. Oh, shapeshifted in there. You bear.
So the orc goes, what the shit, as a giant brown bear appears in front of him. Shashelian.
I'm going to do Hail of Thorns and then fire.
Right. Sharp thorns pour down from the sky. He goes down, screaming, and dies horribly.
Yeah, I'll do another attack.
You fire with the second arrow. You hit. Roll your damage.
And because he's previously damaged, and my Colossus 3, I believe I get another D8 on him.
You put a second arrow into the orc, killing it. How do you kill that one?
Straight through the head.
Sengo, you're up.
So I'm going to use the weapon mastery, and I'm going to have a go at him, and that'll hit.
Oh, it certainly does. Whoa, shit, one hit again. So how do you kill this orc?
So I'm running towards him, and I've got my great axe, and I'm sort of like flinging it in the air, and I do a circle in the air, but on the second circle I bring it down and slice him into his midriff and just chop him off. And he looks at Bracy as if to say, sorry.
Oh, I want to do a bonus dex roll to see if I can catch the top off of him.
And then I'm going to charge. It worked so well last time. I've got to try another weapons mastery. That'll be a miss. I've got another move with my great axe anyway, so I'm going to just use a regular hit this time just to take some damage off him. Oh. I've went from like massive props with the mates to sort of like falling into ignominy.
Yeah, Bracy, make a DC 15 athletics roll to catch the top half of the orc in your jaws. New round. The orcs look a little perturbed. Kalash, you're up.
Level behind the orc that's looking at the exploded one and just literally slice and dice.
You attack with advantage, so you get your rogue attack bonus. So you step out of the bushes as if by magic, just appearing behind the orc.
Aye, aye, aye.
Almost dropping the orc in one hit. Stab it in the vitals.
I'm going to swing round it, so when it looks to see where the attack came from, it looks at the opposite direction and then
so
between them and its mate.
It looks over there. Next up is Edigal.
Right, what I want to try and do is very similar to what Earl did.
Andy steps forward, but unfortunately he misses the orc.
So I shall attempt to hide.
Okay, so you hide. Yeah. You hide in the bushes again, as if nothing happened. Right, now the orc, Sengo, the orc is engaged with you. It raises its two-handed axe, and as per usual, he misses. Orc 4 doesn't see Andy, so he spins around and sees Earl. Targets him, raises his two-handed axe, roars with anger, hits. It's a big hit. It's a big hit.
I would employ my uncanny dodge.
Okay, next up we have Ork 5. He sees a giant bear, or Sengo. He says, fuck it, he's going for the bear. And he uses his orcish charm to charge you. Hits with a big axe blow. Oh, hurts. Hurts a lot. These two orcs see this bear and go, well, he can probably handle that stupid elf. Hits and does 6 damage. Right, Bracy, you feel axes cut into your fur. It's not pleasant. Ow. It is your turn, Mr. McTavish. There you go. 1. However, you got multi-attack.
Jesus!
Right.
I've never seen that before.
That is just
all my years of role playing ever.
Embarrassing, quite frankly. McTavish, you can use a spell slot as a bonus action to heal yourself as a bear.
Yeah, I think I'll have to.
So a first level spell slot will heal 1d8 hit points. What do you want to do? Just the one, Mrs. Wembley?
Yeah, just the one.
Shashalian.
I'll target this one that's on Bracy, who's nearest me. I'll drop my Hail of Thorns. First attack, I'll do a marksman shot.
And you miss.
I'll try an ordinary shot at him.
You hit. The arrow sinks into his flesh. Heavily injured. You can still move?
Yeah, I'll move forward.
Okay. Sengo.
Target of 3.
And just start swinging.
And I'm going to start. Great axe mastery. Miss. Normal great axe blow. Not 20.
Ouch.
You miss for the first one. Your second one is a one-hit kill. Well, how do you kill this orc?
I just stick it in his... I stick it in his neck with like a sense of massive urgency, and then I turn me back because he's dead in E.
He is.
So I suck it back out, and you hear this sound. And as I pull it out, you hear like carotid artery spray. And I run back down to this one who's engaged with Bracy. He doesn't know I'm there, so that means I get a bonus twat, and I get an advantage.
You get advantage, yes. So you make sure you take advantage on the bottom. You hit. Roll the damage. Wow, and it's another one-hit wonder.
Straight in his head, like right in the top.
He split his head in half like a watermelon.
Right. I just let him drop down, right? And as he drops down in front of Bracy, he falls down to his knees. My axe is just in his head. I look at Bracy, he looks at me in his bare form, grunts ever so slightly. I look at him, put me foot on his back and pull me cleaver out. And he just sort of like slumps down in front of Bracy.
Okay, end of round, Kalash. The orcs are now dropping like flies. What mere 2 levels ago was a hard fight. They're just chopping them into tiny little pieces. So it's your turn.
I will stab the orc that hit me with the axe straight in the throat.
Right, you do get sneak attack damage. Right, you hit, roll your damage. So how do you kill this orc then, El?
Stab him straight in the throat. Like right through the Adam's apple, bisecting it.
Ow! It collapses to the ground with the short sword protruding from the back of his neck.
Stick around.
Ethigal, you're up next. It hits, yeah. And he dies. How do you kill this orc?
Straight in the side, kidney shot.
He clutches at his side and you stab through up into the vitals and wiggle it about, and he dies a horrible, horrible death, leaving one orc who's busy fighting Bracy. He misses.
I could distract him by shouting Alan at the top of my voice in Orcish.
Wee Rab.
Is this the one that killed my dog?
I'm going to say yes. You hit. Right, roll your damage. You bite the orc. 10 damage. He is extremely badly hurt.
That's me. Get me jaws around his head, and now I'm going to stick claws into his chest.
Chashelian.
I'll shoot the orc.
Okay, go on. Right, you kill the orc. Once again, no orc prisoner for information. The orc dies. Dave, how do you kill it?
In one ear, out the other.
As you're holding this orc in your jaws, Brissy, it's just like an arrow just goes straight through the side of his head and pokes out the other side. The tracks head off towards the north, apparently to where you're heading. About 3 mile away.
Yeah, let's head there then. To the tracks.
Is anybody wounded, or...?
Dave
Yeah,
is
me.
really badly wounded.
Shall we just take an hour's rest then?
That seems like a good idea to me.
Right, so you mostly healed yourself back up. You all have a nice rest and a cup of tea. So, do you have any plans for approaching this stone circle? So you're just approaching it carefully. There's no other preparation or anything.
Well, if you'd like, I can sneak ahead. But there's also the chance that something horrible goes wrong and I get eaten.
That sounds like a Tuesday to me. Okay, so apparently nobody else has any other plans, so you just march straight through the forest, and after half an hour or so, you arrive. Ominous storm clouds gather in the sky as you approach a 90-foot tall hill with trees spreading across its slopes. Atop the hill, a large ring of standing stone stands. 2 ghastly figures dance within this henge, surrounded by a number of smaller, capering creatures. The 2 humanoids have masks sewn together. They look like decapitated boar heads. And the other creatures look like small, moving, spiky plants. You crouch at the bottom of the hill. This is what you see.
Maybe we should search for these berries somewhere else.
The guys are dancing round the central part. You can see from where you are, there is a small altar in the centre with a carved up what looks like a deer. And there's appears to be some kind of ritual going on.
Right, so are those twig things no longer dolls? They're actually alive.
They're not dolls. They're about the same height as a good halfling. So like 3.5 feet tall. Dancing
There's no
around.
such thing as a good halfling.
I was going to say, my mama used to say there is no such thing as a good half.
So they're like mini Trents.
Kind of, yeah. What would you like
Right,
to do, gentle people?
Does it look like we can collect the berries without them seeing them?
No, it looks like the berries grow around the ruins on the top of the hill, which is the giant standing stones.
We could do like a stealth move, so split the party in 2 but not like a split party, and we all
That's all right.
approach. So say like if this is a clock. So say like one part of the party comes at 7 o'clock and one part of the party comes at 5 o'clock.
That's a really good idea.
So we can clear out these blights here, and then focus on the two biggies before the lightning bolt comes.
Richie, did you say it was all stormy?
It's not storming at the moment, but the storm clouds are gathering.
If we Rab cast Moonbeam, would it know where they'd been attacked from? You know,
No.
where the cast...
No, it just comes out of the sky.
Call
That-
lightning going to be better because that lasts 10 minutes. I just fired multiple bolts.
So, you start to move into position. Can everybody make stealth rolls? Everybody make stealth rolls.
I forgot about
Probably
that.
not.
We've got advantage as well, though, haven't we?
Yeah, I'll let you have advantage.
26.
Shashelian rolled a 1.
God
Which is a
damn, Ranger
fumble.
again.
Wow, you got a 2. Right.
Not a 1.
It's not a 1. Unless I roll a 1, something's going to notice them.
This is what happens. An
19.
elf in pit boots.
So Shashelian steps upon a dry twig, making a loud cracking sound, but this so distracts him that he leaps to one side, crashing into a bush, dislodging a loose branch which falls out of a tree, hitting him on the foot, and he sort of goes, ah, like that, as the branch lands on his foot.
The branch have a very upset owl on it who then flies off hooting at the top of its hoot. No,
A screech
one of
owl.
those howl. The screech owl, yeah, that's
Yeah,
what
the branch, there was currently a screech owl that was sitting on top of the branch, which then flies off in the sky going, ah!
goes off to do porn.
Which then wakes up a murder of crows.
Yeah, all the crows just fly out in the sky.
Screech went off and did.
That's what you get rolling a double 1, Shash. So that was the first round, Craig. So you haven't even gotten into position yet, because you'd be like over here.
Mm-hmm.
So you get that far, and then Dave unleashes absolute fucking hell, isn't he? Everybody stops, right? NPCs, crows, birds, all stop, all stare at Dave.
I wish I'd flip it and just get them.
Ah,
I
well.
just shout outdoor miners who were looking for berries.
Wait a minute, I've got an idea. Wait, guys, I am trying something which might get me out of this. Can I make a deception roll to make a very convincing animal sound like a meow?
Like a meow. You can, but it'll be with disadvantage, so go on. That's a 2, Earl.
I started well and then
Yeah.
it ended.
Yeah, so basically, he makes a low noise in his throat and then shouts, meow, of itch at the top of his voice. This is just a comedy of errors, this, like. The dancing and the chanting stops.
Now, this is daft, but we don't actually know if there's a hostile or not.
No, you don't.
I think I should come out and try and talk to them.
I'm keeping my head well down.
I still think we should kill them.
Aye, we'll talk them first, then we'll kill them.
So Dave walks out, palms out.
I just shout, I need to collect some berries for a portion.
You can see nightshade growing all around the bases of those. Everybody stops for a moment, Dave, and then starts moving down towards you. Can you please make a perception roll, please, David? If you hear, that coming from the guys wearing the masks, they're slowly walking towards you, and they're not carrying any weapons, but they are seemingly chanting.
I say a common. Sorry for disturbing you, but I need to gather some nightshade berries for portions.
You do notice that the one on the left is carrying a bloody curved knife.
Sacrificing, isn't it? Bugger.
Yeah, that's
2 D20s and a fucking sacrifice.
Roll yourself. Performance at disadvantage. A 6. The one who's not carrying a knife beckons you forward, but you're still hearing them going, Gothak, Gothak.
What language is that, Rich? Does any of us understand it?
That's just the word that they're chanting.
Rich, which one of the two is carrying the knife?
The one on the right.
Right.
It looks like the knife they've used to carve up the deer.
Well, I'm going to draw a bead on the one on the left,
Okay.
just in case.
What do you do, Dave? He's gesturing you forward in a friendly manner.
I hold my ground and I cast bark skin on.
Right, okay, you've stood there long enough. The one on the left raises his hand and he howls, and the twig bites make little screaming noises and charge towards Dave, all of them. They can't attack you this turn because they're dashing. Seize them, he shouts. Right,
Sorry,
initiative, Sengo.
Sengo sort of like looks at Shishelian, shaking his head, and then he shoots Big Daddy up there with the knife. I'm going to crossbow him, and then I'm going to run here.
Clash, right, it all goes to shit. You hear the guy shout, seize him, and all the twig blights run over to Shashelian.
You should not do that. I'll say no. I'll swing in behind them to start stabbing at them. You know the two that are in the circle?
Yes.
Bracey's going for those. If so, I'll move over and try to get into the rear of this one. Stab and stab.
You leap out of the bush, roll your attack with advantage. So you hit.
I'll make it zero.
You do what you would consider a minor cut. You didn't even have to add your stealth damage. You just cleave through it as if it was dry twigs. And it explodes in front of you.
I think these guys might be dry twigs.
Next up is Edigal.
Right, well, from there, I'm going to have to move to there so I can fire through the hole.
So 22 hits. Roll your damage.
So that should be a total of 16 damage.
Yeah. All right. You hurt him. He goes, ow. And then what would you like to do for your bonus action?
Hide.
You hide. Okay. Shashelian.
I'll start swinging with my sword.
You miss with the first attack.
I do a second attack, and I miss again. Bugger, hopefully Hunter's Mark.
But who are you targeting with it?
The one in front of me.
Right, you Hunter's Mark that dude. Okay, that's your turn. Anchorite of Talos. Bad shit happens now. He doesn't have line of sight, so he will move. He will stay there. However, casts a spell again. Lightning shoots out of his arms there, Craig.
Let's see arse.
Turns round, drops his kicks.
Zap! 20 damage. That is really bad rolls. Can you make a dex save and throw, please? 13. You do take half damage, so you take 10 wounds from the lightning bolt, which crackles all about you. Steps back behind the pillar, attempting to get some cover. Anchorite of Talos 2. Guess what happens, Earl? Sorry.
No.
Yeah, only hits you, so a whole shitload of damages comes up to you.
I will try to use my magic powers of getting out of the way.
You can use it for half damage, can't you? Zap! 19 damage.
Dex.
Dex save and throw, yeah. To dodge out of the way. And you use Near Uncanny Dodge as a reaction, aren't you? 20, right, so you take half damage. You take 4 damage. Wow.
I'll look at him and go, really?
Like, literally the least effective lightning bolt ever in the history of D&D. Looks down at his hands, like, back and forth between them, and just, like, shrugs, and then steps backwards.
I'll look at him and shake my head in disappointment. Just like, that was, take your best shot, and that was what you went with.
Twig Blights attempt to grapple Shashelian with advantage. Right, Dave, can you please make me an athletics check? You've got a bit of 14. And the other two grapple you as well. Right, you've got a bit of 13 and a 14. You got 21. Right, so the swarm all over you, the little twiggy hands digging into your hide, your tough bark hide, but they don't actually manage to pin you down, which is quite a shame. We Rab McTavish.
Right, I'll move down one square so I can get a line of sight on the guy on the right, and then I go out.
It makes it save and throw, but takes 8 whole damage. Well, you know when I was saying about the least effective lightning bolt ever, Earl? Well, he's a strong contender as lightning arcs from McTavish to the sky and then down at the lightning and does 8 damage. You're having a bit of performance anxiety there, are you, Bracey?
Yeah.
Do you want to do anything for your bonus action? Or are you happy to just stand there and throw lightning about like Thor?
I'll just throw lightning around.
New round, Sengo, you're up.
I'm just going to target this one, and I'm going to just lamp them one with my great axe.
Right, well, the first
But
one
it hasn't been.
misses. The second one hits, it just explodes into twiggies.
I target that one. So that blight should be dead and gone now.
Yes, it is.
I want to move down here.
Okay. Well, that one gets an attack of opportunity on you. The little bugger swings at you as you run past it. Hits and does 2 damage to Sengo. Kalash!
I will stab the other one very hard.
Right, roll your damage. A 6, it just explodes into twiggy bits.
We need firelighters. This would be very easy if we could set them on fire.
Do you want to move or do you want to do your bonus action or anything?
Yeah, I'll use my bonus action to swing round behind the next one.
Ethical.
Targeting him.
Yeah.
And sure.
That hits.
Hitting.
Roll your damage.
So that's 11 altogether. And then I shall hide as per usual.
Josh Elian, you're next.
Well, I'll attack the target I was attacking before.
You just smash it to pieces.
Another attack, so I'll move the hunter's mark onto that.
Okay. You hit, roll your damage. Yeah, smash it to pieces. These things are really incredibly soft as crap. Anchorite of Talos raises his hands to the air, lightning shoots out of the sky. He transforms into a boar. He then charges Earl.
Here, to make a red pig's ear of this one.
Grunting and howling, he charges you and he gores you with his tusks. Go.
I will get ready for him to attack, then I will dodge to one side and stab him.
Crit you.
Oh, this is going to hurt very badly. Ouch.
Ouchie, right? He gores you all up the inside of your thigh and you start bleeding everywhere.
Oh dear, I have uncanny dodge. Would that help in?
Yes.
You try well, you fail.
And the other one has to charge Shashelian. He can't reach anybody else. And misses your body armor.
There he is, the Teflon elf.
Alright, Dave, can you make some?
Teflon.
That is funny, yeah?
You need to make an athletics check. You need to be an 18. Otherwise, you are grappled. Oh, God damn, you shrug the horrible little bloody things off. We Rab McTavish.
Right, I will move so I can get line of sight of the northern guy, and then I go loud again.
He fails his save, so you'll do 3d10 plus another d10 damage. He's pretty badly hurt, though. That's your turn done. And that's end of turn. It's back to Sengo.
These are only little things, and that boar has got high ground, so I'm presuming I can chuck a javelin.
By Star Wars rules, he's unbeatable because he has the high ground.
Right. Actually, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. And I know I'm going to take some damage off this thing, but I'm going to come round here because I want 3 moves. Oh, so roll your damage. I'm going to try the Great Axe Mastery. Yeah, baby.
Rolls a 1 and misses you.
That is convenient.
I'm going to try it again. Oh, and then I'm going to try just Great Axe.
Yeah, you hit. It's heavily wounded. Kalash.
I will kill the boar by stabbing it.
Right, you hit. You do 7 damage. It's badly hurt, but it is still going. Ethical.
Right, I'm going to attack it.
That one hits.
Well, it doesn't matter because it's dying.
It is. It goes down. It goes down like a dead, dying thing. Kashelian, you're surrounded by considerably less twig blights now.
Move the hunter's mark to the boar. Attack that.
Right, you slash out and finally you hit with your sword.
It's about time. He is very bad.
And I get an extra D8.
You're really beating up my anchorites now. This is just not on.
So I attack it again.
Okay.
It's 9 total.
He's still on his feet. And it's his turn. He transforms from a boar
Into a transformer. My God.
back into an orc and casts Thunder Wave, which does 2d8 damage to everybody within you. And can you please make some saving throws? Shashalian saves. Sengo takes 6 damage. But Sengo's pushed back 10 feet.
What about the Twiglet?
Oh, that just explodes. He doesn't give a shit
Fuck
about that. Can you make a dex saving throw, please, Sengo, as you knocked 10 feet backwards and you may fall over? You're fine. The Twiglet misses you, Dave, and the Twiglet fighting Earl, it misses you, Earl, so you take no damage. We Rab McTavish.
I'm just walking out, getting line of sight.
Bring the thunder.
I am at the back of the orc again.
Oh, fail. So roll the damage. The twigs just kind of fucking explode there. Holy shit.
Oh, boy.
Twig Blight 7, instant death. So that literally, you know, in Independence Day when they fire the big beam down on the White House and it explodes from the inside out, that's what happens to that Twiglet. You've nuked the Anchorite Talus as well. He's dead. He's dead, Jim. He goes down. How do you kill him with your lightning, Bracey?
From head to foot.
Right, so you burn off all the hair. His mask splits open, revealing a half-orc face, and then he falls dead to the floor. The last Twig Blight, you just chop it to bits. There's one left, and it's got 4 hit points. So how long's that going to last? Basically, you feel a disturbance in the storm because you're still holding your hand up and you're controlling it. In the centre of the circle, a great multiple burst of lightning. The ground singes in about a 15-foot radius, like Terminator landing, and then, as if by magic, because it is literally magic, appears Gorthak, the one they were chanting for.
Oh.
He stands there, Terminator style, in the smoke and crate. Lightning arcs off his tusks. He's got bright white eyes which shoot lightning. And that is where we'll leave it for the evening.
I will turn around and say, you cannot have my motorcycle.